Have you ever looked at someone's garden and just wondered, how do they get their plants to look that good? Well, today we're diving deep, literally, into the ocean to uncover a secret weapon that a lot of advanced growers use. We're talking about liquid seaweed extract. But here's the thing. It's not just about making plants look a little healthier. There's a specific, almost magical effect that makes this stuff a legend in the gardening world. So what is the secret? What is it that forces this incredible, almost explosive root growth in plants? That's the exact question we're going to answer today. And this isn't just talk. The science absolutely backs it up. One key study points to its incredible ability to trigger an explosive proliferation of roots. Think about that for a second. We're not just talking about a little boost. This is a total game changer in how a plant builds its entire foundation. Okay, so to really get to the bottom of this secret, we've got to pop the cap and look inside the bottle. What's actually in this stuff that makes it so much more than just a regular fertilizer? Well, it turns out it's a really complex cocktail of compounds all working together. So first up, you've got the basics. Yeah, of course, it has your standard nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, but honestly, in pretty low amounts. What's more interesting is its rich supply of micronutrients. Trace elements like iron and zinc that are super important for a plant's metabolism. And yeah, these are helpful for sure, but they are not the secret weapon we're looking for. Moving on from the simple nutrients, kelp also provides things like amino acids and a whole bunch of vitamins. You can kind of think of these as the plant's personal support team. The amino acids help it save energy and handle stress better, while B vitamins are absolutely essential for getting those roots growing strong and healthy. All right, this is where things start to get really interesting. See, seaweed contains these special carbohydrates that you just don't find in your average plant food. There's mannitol, which helps plants deal with drought. You've got alginates, which are fantastic for conditioning the soil. And then there's laminarin, which, get this, actually triggers the plant's own immune system, getting it ready to fight off diseases. Pretty cool, right? So, let's recap. We've got nutrients, we've got vitamins, and we've got these unique carbs. It's an amazing mix that supports the whole plant. But, and this is the crazy part, even with all of that incredible stuff, we still haven't gotten to the real secret behind that explosive root growth. And now it's time for the big reveal. The true, mind-blowing power of kelp extract comes from a special class of compounds that don't just feed the plant, they actually give it direct orders. We're talking about a type of plant hormone called cytokinins. So there it is. The secret is cytokinins. These are natural plant hormones that basically act like growth dispatchers. Their main job is to send a powerful go signal to plant cells, commanding them to divide and to branch out. They are the master controllers of new growth. Now, to really understand why cytokinins are such a big deal for roots, we have to talk about another hormone called auxin. Plant growth is really a balancing act between these two. So if you have a lot of auxin, it tells the main root to just get longer and longer, kind of like building a single long highway. But a high cytokinin ratio, which is exactly what you get in kelp, tells the plant to build a dense web of branching side roots. It's like building an entire network of city streets. And more roots simply means more surface area to soak up water and nutrients. So here's how that command actually plays out in the plant. Step 1. The cytokinins from the seaweed extract show up at the roots. Step 2, they immediately wake up all these tiny, dormant root cells that were just sitting there waiting for a signal. Step 3, this kicks off a storm of rapid cell division, and the plant starts building out that massive branching root system. And the result? The total root surface area just multiplies like crazy. Okay, that's the science, but let's see how this all works in the real world. And honestly, there's probably no better test subject than an orchid. I mean, these are plants that are famously picky and completely dependent on a super healthy root system. They're a favorite of really advanced growers for a reason. For anyone who grows orchids, kelp is an absolute game changer. It's fantastic for stimulating new root growth, especially after you repot it, which can be a stressful time. It can even encourage the plant to grow kikis. Those are the cute little baby plantlets that pop up. And of course, because a healthy root system supports everything else, it leads to brighter, longer-lasting flowers and a much tougher plant overall. So how do you actually use it? Well, you've got options. You can use a foliar spray right on the leaves and any aerial roots for a really quick boost. You could do a root brunch where you pour the diluted mix through the potting soil to get it right to the main root system. Or for orchids that are bare root, a quick soak can make sure the entire system gets a good dose of those growth commands. So there you have it. The Kelp Secret really isn't so secret anymore, is it? It's a powerful, science-backed strategy that you can now add to your own toolkit to fundamentally change the way your plants grow, right from the foundation up. Now let's be real for a second and take a balanced look. The advantages are obvious. It's natural, it promotes that insane root growth, and it makes your plants way tougher. On the other hand, the quality can really vary from brand to brand, and it's definitely not a complete fertilizer. You have to think of it as a biostimulant, something you add to your regular feeding routine, not something that replaces it. So, the next time you see a bottle of liquid seaweed, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. It's not just plant food, it's a sophisticated cocktail of nutrients, vitamins, and most importantly, it's a command signal, those cytokinins that can unlock explosive growth from the roots all the way up. So the only question left is, now that you know the science, how are you going to command your garden to grow?